Ever gotten yourself into a pickle just because you had to know what was behind that "Do Not Enter" sign? Or maybe you've ignored a big fat "Keep Out" because, hey, secrets are cool, right? History is full of folks who just couldn't help themselves. Take Pandora, for example. Her story is one of the old-school Greek myths, and boy, did her nosiness stir up a storm. Before Pandora even stepped onto the scene, there was this big fight called the Titanomachy. It was the original battle royale where the Olympian gods fought the old-school Titans for control of the universe. The Titans got the boot, and the gods took over, with Zeus leading the pack. But not all Titans got a one-way ticket to the ancient version of the underworld. Some, like Prometheus, who were Team Olympian during the smackdown, got off easy. Now, Prometheus was a Titan with a soft spot for humans. He saw a lot of potential in these early humans and thought they could use a leg up. So, what did he do? He went full-on heist mode and snagged fire from the gods to give to humanity. This was a game changer. Humans went from being just another entry on the food chain to top dog. They started making tools, weapons, and even got artsy. It was a very big deal. But Prometheus wasn't done. He pulled a fast one on Zeus to make sure humans got the better end of the deal during sacrifices. He tricked Zeus into picking a bunch of bones disguised as a feast, leaving the meat for humans. Zeus, not one to take being duped lightly, was livid. This prank went down in the divine record books as a major no-no. And that's where Pandora's box of troubles begins. Because of Prometheus's shenanigans, Zeus cooked up a plan to get even, setting the stage for a whole saga of curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, but in the Greek myth style. Prometheus got himself in a real sticky situation. Zeus wasn't going to let him slide for handing out divine fire like party favors. Nope, Zeus had a flair for the dramatic. He chains Prometheus to a giant rock in the middle of the Caucasus Mountains. But it gets better. Or worse, if you're Prometheus. Every day, this massive eagle swoops down from the sky thinking, yum, liver time, and munches on Prometheus's liver. Since Prometheus is immortal, his liver pulls a magic trick and regrows every night, setting him up for a never-ending cycle of bird buffet. Talk about a bad case of déjà vu. This gruesome all-you-can-eat liver fest was Zeus's idea of a forever timeout for Prometheus. But the big guy realized that just punishing Prometheus wasn't going to rebalance the scales between the God Squad and Team Human. The sacred fire had already tipped the power scales in favor of humanity. So Zeus, being the problem solver he is, whipped up a plan to even things out. He hits up Hephaestus, the divine blacksmith and craftsman, with a special project. Create the most stunningly beautiful and charming being the world has ever seen. Hephaestus, getting down to business with his godly tools and skills, starts molding clay. Time's a bit wibbly-wobbly when you're a god, so who knows how long it took. But Hephaestus wasn't rushing art. And when he finally finishes, voila! Pandora enters the scene. The first mortal woman, a masterpiece of divine craftsmanship. Pandora wasn't just a looker, though. She was a walking, talking treasure chest of divine gifts. Athena, the brainy goddess of wisdom and battle, not only breathed life into Pandora, but also hooked her up with mad skills, like weaving. Aphrodite, the goddess of all things love and beauty, blessed Pandora with gorgeous looks and irresistible charm. Then Hermes, the speedy messenger god, slipped in the gift of gab along with a pinch of deceit and craftiness for good measure. And let's not forget the goddesses of grace and the seasons, who made sure Pandora was decked out in the finest threads and bling. So there you have it, Pandora, the ultimate blend of beauty, brains, and a little bit of sneakiness, all wrapped up in one divine package. Prometheus, always playing the long game, tossed a serious heads up to his bro, Epimetheus. He should stay clear of any goodie bags from the gods, but when Zeus rolls up with Pandora, all dolled up and dazzling, Epimetheus was like a moth to a flame. Despite the big bro warning, he was totally smitten. Pandora, with her enchanting vibes and killer looks, had Epimetheus head over heels, and just like that, she became Mrs. Epimetheus. Now, here's where Zeus gets sneaky. He had Athena sneak in a little spark of curiosity into Pandora's heart, which kindled into an all-consuming wildfire. As Pandora and Epimetheus were living their best life, Zeus was ready to play his ace. He hands Pandora this decorated box, all mysterious and inviting as a wedding present. Just one tiny rule: she can't open it. Pandora's curiosity went from 0 to 100 real quick. Every day she's eyeing this box, wondering what's so special inside that it's off limits. The box wasn't just sitting there silently. It was whispering, almost singing to her, teasing her with secrets and wonders, just a lid lift away. Sometimes she'd even hear moving inside, as if the box itself had a heartbeat. Despite being wise and clever, thanks to her godly gifts, Pandora couldn't shake off the itch of curiosity. She figures one tiny peek won't hurt, right? But oh, as soon as she cracked open that lid, all hell broke loose. Ooh! A dark cloud burst out, along with a cacophony of screams, like a horror movie on steroids. This wasn't just any cloud. It was like a parade of all things nasty, diseases, sadness, and a buffet of bad vibes. Things humanity hadn't even dreamed of were now on the loose. Pandora was full of guilt, watching this nightmare she unleashed unfold. Her one moment of weakness had turned the world into a hot mess express. Thanks to her, Earth was now hosting a never-ending party of pain and suffering. Just when Pandora thought she had royally messed up, with guilt weighing her down like a ton of bricks, a tiny, soothing voice called out from the box. It was soft, like a lullaby, whispering promises of comfort. Fueled by a flicker of hope, Pandora braved another peek inside the box. Out burst a radiant, glowing spirit, hope itself, shimmering like a beacon in the dark. This little light of hope zipped into the world, spreading vibes that warmed the soul and gave folks the strength to face the troubles Pandora had unleashed. Watching hope take flight, Pandora felt a weight lift. Sure, she'd opened a can of supernatural whoop-ass on the world, but she'd also let loose hope. And as long as hope danced in the air, people had a shot at overcoming whatever curveballs life threw at them. Zeus, with all his godly mood swings and power plays, hadn't planned on wiping out humanity. He knew the score. Without hope, the pileup of sorrows and struggles would crush mortals. So, in a twist, hope was Zeus's sneaky act of mercy, a cosmic nod that despite the rough patches, there was light at the end of the tunnel. The Pandora box saga has been twisted and turned through the ages, not always painting Pandora as the doombringer. Dig a bit deeper and you'll find tales that cast her in a whole different light, maybe even as a generous Earth Mama, showering blessings left and right. This flip from the familiar tale where she's the poster girl for calamity shows just how much stories evolve over time. Diving into Pandora's story is like unpacking the human condition, wrapped up in myths of curiosity, temptation, and the yin-yang of our nature. It's a heads up about the double-edged sword of poking around where we maybe shouldn't, and a reminder of the unexpected outcomes our actions can trigger. The gods hooking up Pandora with a mix of traits hits at the heart of what makes us tick, for better or worse. That box Pandora couldn't resist? It's a metaphor for the mysteries we're drawn to, despite knowing the potential fallout. So, what's the take on Pandora's tale? Is a life without suffering but also devoid of hope truly living? Or is the roller coaster of highs and lows, powered by a speck of hope, what makes the ride worthwhile?